Star Trek 57, M23, take 2.
It's the It's Got Star Trek podcast.
I want you to place all of Carly's things on the Venture.
She's not getting on that ship.
I've just told the others. I will be leading the rescue mission tomorrow, and I am taking her with me.
Khan, you can't. Without you here, what will the rest of us do?
Ursula will lead our people in my absence.
Does she know this?
She does. I expect the two of you to set your differences aside and work together as you once did.
But why this sudden change? Del Monte told Carly only yesterday that you had decided he, Joachim, Kimura, and Paolo would crew the Venture.
I have spoken. It is for the good of all.
Yes, my lord.
So Rosalind Lear.
As opposed to Rosalind, Virginia.
No, that's Rosalind, Virginia. Rosalind Lear. I'm putting this out there. Rosalind,
oh yes, the character.
Rosalind Lear is Kali. She's Khan.
That's what I was thinking.
It's got to be
right.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
It's for a couple of reasons, right?
Okay, I was listening. Okay, so I was actually wondering if I should. First question I was going to bring up was to Patrick, and I wanted to say to Patrick, I was going to ask Patrick
about my Shakespeare skills.
No.
Oh, because that's important here.
Oh,
that's important
Lear.
evidence.
No,
not just Lear. I mentioned the Lear thing before. Lear, like King Lear.
Yeah.
Rosalind is the main character of As You Like It.
Right.
Which is apparently her favorite
As I Like It.
play.
Right.
Yeah, As I Like It.
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
I like that joke. Okay,
Yeah.
but Dan, what were you saying? I thought you were going to be referencing my renowned prowess with regard to the bard. The old bard.
No,
Old bard.
What I was going to say was that I was going to ask Patrick if he had actually been listening, not ahead.
I have not been listening ahead.
You have not been. I said word that's so stupid.
I thought about it, but I simply did not have the time.
Did you listen?
As I like it.
Did you listen?
As I like it.
As I like.
As I like it.
Yes.
Oh, Daddy. As I like it. As I like it.
Did you
We
listen?
launched the good ship Venture.
On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop.
We launched the good ship Venture.
And there you are, happy landing on a chocolate bar.
As I like it.
I think you've demonstrated that the actor they have portraying young Kali is quite precocious.
That's what I said.
All right. But despite this evidence you've provided, I don't think that was the point you were making. You're making a separate point.
Because Jesse, this is kind of an episode of Jesse Revisited.
Okay.
Because it was an episode or two ago. Yeah. I think it was an episode ago.
We just started the podcast. Should we introduce ourselves?
Oh,
I'm Patrick.
I am Jesse.
I'm Jesse.
My name is Dan.
All right.
Okay, I'm Dan.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just kidding, guys.
My name is Dan.
So,
Dan.
so I'm the one who's like super awesome when it comes to Shakespeare. And Jesse is, what did Jesse fucked up somehow and you're going to point it out?
Jesse didn't fuck up. He made me think he said something that made me think you were lying, that you've actually known this whole time.
Oh, Jesse said something now?
What?
No,
What?
Jesse Revisited from last.
Should we explain what podcast we are before we get into all
Oh my
this?
God. Okay, so first I started explaining it, then you're like, wait, we got to introduce ourselves. I'm like, okay. Then we introduced ourselves, and then you were like, okay, so what were you saying? Jesse's a liar? And then I was
You're
like,
trying to out Dan.
Then I was like, okay, well, no, I wasn't saying Jesse what is a liar. What I was saying is, wait a second, we should introduce the podcast.
Look,
stop asking me to explain what I'm talking about and then interrupt me just to say wait, we got to do this now first.
I didn't say we got. I will defend myself.
He doesn't say God.
By noting that I posed it as a question. I offered it. I said, should we?
The timing is most critical.
Okay.
Should we?
Because there are three of us co-hosting this podcast, and I thought we could do it. If you think we oughtn't, I'm happy to go with whatever you prefer.
I'm happy to do all the intro stuff. I just think it's funny that you asked me a question, I started answering.
But you don't mean funny in like the haha way.
I think it's interesting that you asked me
it's a little queer.
That you asked me. I said something, you were like, please explain yourself. And I started to explain, you're like, wait, we got to introduce ourselves. And then we introduced ourselves. Then you're like, okay, Dan, go ahead. And then I started to explain, you're like, wait, now we got to introduce the podcast. It was just like very, it's like you're purposely fucking with me.
Yeah, but part of that is because somehow in your brain, at least as you're characterizing it, is that I'm like, explain yourself.
No, but the point
you made a point, explain yourself.
That's not the stress that I'm putting on here. The stress I'm putting on is you're asking me to move forward just to stop me so we can do something. It's fine. I'm not mad. Right, okay. This isn't a hey guys, stop interrupting me kind of thing. This is, I think you're fucking with me.
This is not the usual podcast.
No. All right.
It's called poetic license, Daddy.
At the end of that, I will defer.
Okay, now let's
introduce to you.
No, let's introduce the podcast. Let's introduce the podcast.
Okay.
Let's get this shit out of the way.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome
to the It's Got Star Trek podcast.
Hello, my Seth Dog.
Cliffhanger. It's a crazy Ivan cliffhanger.
Ivan hanger.
Quick aside.
Aside, quickly.
Ivan hanger.
Very well, but make it quick.
In the little graphics that I put together to advertise...
The Turbo Graphics?
The Turbo Graphics 16, to advertise...
Called the PC Engine in other countries.
Was it really? Oh, yeah, that's right. I put together little graphics each week, to advertise the episode as it comes out.
Hell yeah.
And
this will not do.
Where possible, I try to slip in a little joke here or there. I don't know if anybody got the joke for the graphic for
the graphic.
Was it the good of all? I think it was the good of all. There was I put a picture of old Sean Connery as Captain Ramius in The Hunt for Red October, and I thought that when I was putting that together, I was like, I don't know, maybe some people are not going to get this joke. Maybe most people are not going to get this joke. And I think I was right, because the joke was that in The Hunt for Red October, there is a maneuver that they take that is called the Crazy Ivan. It's a particular submarine maneuver. And it's not an important part of the movie either. It's just sort of like an incidental part. But since that episode featured a particularly crazy Ivan...
What's his name all says crazy Ivan, like the guy from New Zealand, right?
Which guy from New Zealand? Oh, you mean Sam Neill?
Yes. Doesn't he say crazy Ivan?
Yes, but I think he says it in sort of like, oh my God. But then the American Navy people say it too. They're like, I think somebody's doing a crazy Ivan. We were listening to an episode about a crazy Ivan.
Purple Herman.
Oh, so that was a joke that you thought.
I'm explaining the joke because I think even though I have to explain it, it's like really clever.
It no longer matters.
I'd like to get some small amount of credit. Whereas the graphic for last week's episode, everyone, but like both jokes in that, everyone got. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the graphic for last week's episode. You can go to www.itsgotstartrek.com and look up I Am Marla.
It's all right. Save your strength.
You'll see the graphic or follow us on social media at It's Got Star Trek. Wherever.
I never blamed you.
There's a couple of good jokes in there, but they're easy jokes. You'll get those jokes. Mm-hmm. But the crazy Ivan, I thought maybe required some explanation. But anyway,
you'll get those.
It's funny when you explain jokes.
Well, sometimes it is. Yeah. This is episode 321.
Were you surprised we did not simply fall to our knees and worship you as gods every day thereafter?
I thought that might appeal to Dan, that particular statement. Yes, this is episode 321 of the podcast. And now, with that all said, all that front matter taken care of, back to you, Dan.
Well, are we gonna announce the episode? Or am I gonna start telling my point? Then you're gonna be like, wait a minute, we haven't said what episode we're doing yet.
I take all those.
Dan, could you just hold 1 minute?
I take all those criticisms because I deserve them. Because you're right, I didn't say the title of the episode, and if I don't say the title of the episode, then you can't play whatever clip you've selected for that.
I never blamed you.
And then the show hasn't started.
Exactly. So the episode we are discussing this week on the It's Got Star Trek podcast, on the 321st episode of the It's Got Star Trek, no less, is Star Trek Khan, Season 1 or whatever, Episode 8, Original Sin.
We stand before you now on the eve of triumph.
That's right.
I didn't notice it until you played that clip, but that
Yeah, I know.
just like a little bit of like golf clapping.
Episode 8, Original Sin.
This guy,
Original Sin.
this guy, you know.
Clearly,
Well, clearly.
That's such a misleading sort of
It was very
cadence
misleading.
used on that.
That's almost one of those things. You know, there are those things in life. It can be a sound, musical cue. It can be other things, but there are things that if you do the setup, if you don't do the punchline, if you don't do the follow up, it causes sort of physical or spiritual distress.
Let me think on it, little goddess.
That clip you just played is verging on that. Can you play that again? That clip?
clearly.
Clearly. Play it one more time, man.
Right, so you say like, "This is really cool," and then the other person responds with,
Clearly.
Yeah, because there's more to come after that.
"Yeah," because if she was going to say clearly in this particular context, she would say clearly.
Clearly.
It's like if you walk up to a piano and you play like most of a scale except for like returning back to the tonic.
Clearly.
Everybody's expecting that you go back to the
There is actually more to this sentence, so that is it. Actually, is an apt metaphor.
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what
now
I was
we've
saying,
done all the things. We don't. Have we done all the? We don't need to worry about any of that anymore. Now back to you.
I
Dan.
offer you my thanks, Delmonda.
I was going to say, Jesse revisited because we were talking about last week. We were postulating who Lear might be.
Yes, we were.
And then I was like, maybe Lear's an augment. Yes. And Patrick, you were like, maybe. And then Jesse was like, or maybe like Khan's niece or something.
Yeah, I do remember him saying Khan's niece. Which, by the way, as crazy as that, as him saying that was, it could be that that's what got me kind of thinking in the direction.
Okay.
Because before I before I heard this episode, I started thinking, I was like, you know what? They're all talking about this daughter, and the daughter's not mentioned in Star Trek 2. They got an escape ship. I was like, the daughter probably got off the planet somehow. And what character might she be? She could be Dr. Lear. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did we know her name was Rosalind Lear before? Probably.
I don't know.
I know. I mean, obviously we know she was Lear, but I can't remember. She
I
was
don't think
introduced as
I
Rosalind
don't
Lear.
think so.
So
that would have stuck out.
I was going to say I would like to think that I would have made the As You Like It King Lear connection.
So when Jesse said niece or something, that's when I got it in my head after Patrick. When I said maybe she's an augment, and Patrick, you were like, "Huh, maybe, Dan." And then
Audience,
I'm not
for
done.
any
I'm
weirdos
not
in the
done.
audience who have not heard last week's episode and for some reason have just loaded up this episode, the penultimate episode. That is not how I said
And
it.
then
It was
Jesse-
not my tone when I said that.
And then Jesse said, maybe it's his niece or something. And then you were like, So I was thinking like you knew that whole time and you knew, but you didn't want to reveal
I
it.
know nothing. I've been assiduous.
You knew.
Because as
assiduous
soon
in avoiding spoilers
Because
for
as
this
soon,
podcast.
I don't always re-listen to our podcast, but when I do, this time when I heard Jesse say that, I was like, it's not her niece. It's his daughter.
His daughter.
It's his daughter. It's his daughter. And I was
Where's my daughter
and then
at?
I started getting this whole like thing in my head. It was like that fucking Patrick. He knew this whole time.
That fucking Patrick, that piece of shit.
He listened ahead and he knew, and he's just fucking with me and Jesse. Or just me.
So
Probably just you.
It's just me.
Look, this is all fun. This is entertaining.
But Patrick is
this fun
apparently
banter.
he's as
mildly
ignorant as
insulted.
me.
I've known this guy for, I don't know, like fucking 30 years. More than 30 years.
40
In
years.
fact, he's like, fuck that guy. He totally is like scheming. And it's totally out of character for me, by the way. There's a lot. I can get up to all sorts of shitty shit, but I'm like, I'm going to lie about watching something. He knows I'm incapable of that. It's the opposite is true. I want to talk about it. I saw something. I want to talk about it.
You wouldn't be able to hold it in.
I owe you an apology.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, it's got
Rosalind Lear, As You Like It, Rosalind and As You Like It. And by the way, in As You Like It, Rosalind spends much of the play in disguise as someone else.
As I like it.
Ganymede. She plays. She pretends to be Ganymede, which is a man. And
Ganondorf?
No, Ganymede. And she tries. It's a weird thing because the whole As You Like It play, she goes in disguise and then is hanging out in the woods with her banished boyfriend, but she doesn't reveal that she's her. And her boyfriend's like sad about not being with his girlfriend, so she's all like, as Ganymede, as a boy Ganymede, she's like, I'll pretend to be like your girlfriend so you can practice, what you'll say to your girlfriend. Right. It's a whole thing.
And
it's wild.
back then, all the parts were played by all the actors were actually men.
Yeah.
So the men were playing the women.
And they were playing men. They were men playing women who were playing men. Who were playing women in this case.
What's
and
that
as you
song?
like
It's like boys who like girls who like boys.
Blur.
It's exactly like
Looking for boys who do girls like the girls who do boys
Is that
like
Blur?
the girls. Isn't that
Blur. That's
it's
Blur.
Yeah. It's like they're one of two. They had that
That's
other song.
one of their hits.
They
and
had
then
that
they
other
had
song,
that woo.
Woo.
Yeah, that's when they got all like.
I like the boys and girls.
Well, also, according to Tuvok at the end of this episode, this wreckage that he was looking for would have happened 21 years ago.
Yes.
And so and this ship was created 5 years after Kali was born. So
one
that
thing
means
we'll want to talk about is the
so
time
Lear
zone.
would be like 26-ish, I guess.
Sure.
Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
If-
But
wait,
if
wait,
she's augmented, she's way advanced because at 5 years
She'll
old.
beat your ass, dude.
At 5, but at 5 years old, she was learning at a 10-year-old level.
Right. Yeah. And
Because 10-year-olds fucking love Shakespeare.
reading
as we all know.
Yeah, I know.
And by the way, not only Shakespeare, but fucking As You Like It.
Yeah,
Which is,
yeah,
I mean, a lot of people consider As
Not
You Like It.
Julius
like
Caesar.
But it's considered a great play by many people, but a lot of people also consider it one of Shakespeare's sort of
Well,
like more
and then
mediocre.
also the way they
It's not
worded it
Macbeth.
is like she's 5 years old and she's reading at a person twice her age. It's like, you mean 10?
Yeah.
She's at 10 years old.
She's a precocious
It's
10-year-old.
like it's like, why didn't you just say she reads it like a 10-year-old?
But she's
Anyways,
reading Shakespeare.
But yeah, also that to Shakespeare. But yeah, so if the ship took 5 years to build after she was born, and then the wreckage was found 21 years later, she'd be at least 26. So that tracks.
It's squares. It tracks.
Squares. It's squares.
Squares.
Squares. Squares.
All right.
Squares.
Okay.
Squares.
Okay.
Triangles.
All right.
Words.
Yes, those are words. So let's start here at the beginning.
Let's get back.
Yeah,
CA5-47-31M, CA5-49-2P.
we're playing some sort of crazy chess. What is this?
CA5-39-17U.
That sounds like crazy chess.
CA5-53-12K.
Subspace chess. What's going on here?
CA5-61-3P.
Oh, Daddy.
Makes me a little uncomfortable, but I'll allow it.
It's a big galaxy, baby.
Due to entertainment value.
I have a whole lot of quotes from Del Manda, like not ones you work in the conversation, just like him talking using his Del Manda voice.
It's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the character of Del Manda. I'm really the choice of voice.
The choice of voice
for this alien.
What if they had to do this dude in like a visual, like in a video? Like, what would this guy look like? It would be like some crazy like graphics. Like
graphics.
The vessel we have constructed together that sits before you now will launch in 19 hours.
19!
She will travel the first 40 kilometers of her journey in a matter of minutes. The detonation will destabilize the entire cave system that has been our home and haven these many years, causing it to collapse, causing it to collapse, causing it to collapse, causing it to collapse, causing it to collapse.
What Dan clearly meant
at the
was he just recorded everything Del Manda said.
Well, it's just the way he listen to the end of his sentences. Like
she will travel the first 40 kilometers of her journey in a matter of minutes.
I think it's the way he ends the sentences.
That's how he always ends the sentence. Yeah.
We are not gods and have never desired anything of you beyond the opportunity to be of service, to be of service, to be of service, to be of service.
One more.
There is nothing any of us can do to make ourselves worthy of the generosity of others. The only task is to recognize that we already are. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one.
I have more.
How could they stay living in a cave with that dude?
I don't know.
So fucking long.
And the rest of our people will die here.
We'll die here. Listen how he says, "We'll die here."
And the rest of our people will die here.
Die here.
I think it's mostly okay. It's just the way he ends the sentence sounds really human or something.
Yeah.
Not only human, but contemporary.
Contemporary.
To today.
Yeah. Contemporary chicken with French fries.
Which is not necessarily a problem.
Super Mario.
I'd like the contemporary chicken with French fries, please.
French fries.
But I have never failed to honor our alliance, and I have never lied to you.
I want to look up this actor. I have failed to do this yet. I want to look up this actor and see if I can find any other voice acting roles that this person has done, because I don't want to critique them, but without hearing more, because who knows what goes into this. But that's the one part where it takes me out of the podcast.
Khan, we must speak privately now.
When this person starts talking. So, okay, it's a good reminder, Dan. So you've got a bunch of this business. You got any other lists? Got any other duty or no duties?
There's one duty or no
Hell
duty.
Ooh, a duty or no duty.
I've got one called, a list called Condom.
Being dumb?
Yeah. It's just called Condom.
Okay, I get it now because it's a condom joke.
No, well, it actually wasn't.
That's a sort of in context.
The smirk on your face suggests that it was a joke on condom, like a prophylactic.
I actually, honestly,
prophylactic.
I honestly never even considered that, but now that you say that, I wish I had.
Oh, man.
All right.
I think I was more just like, I was smiling because the way it was worded was dumb. Condom.
Okay.
Yeah, but... Condom.
So, all right. So we got lists and a bunch of nonsense, but starting at the beginning, because
first,
I think we get all that stuff, and maybe this can lead into if you have a list of the different parts. But
our mission must succeed.
Go ahead, Doctor.
We start again with we get more information this time, and there's a time jump.
Oh, I mean, I also have the list of parts too.
Yes.
As usually.
So, any particular thoughts about this beginning bit, particularly the time jump? I see why it was necessary in the plot, but it was a bit jarring at first to be like, okay, they're just being like, okay, there's a bunch of mangled stuff. So we just don't hear those logs because am I wrong? Wasn't that what Lear was basically saying? Is that there's a big period where there's just not a lot of logs, and then all of a sudden there's like more logs.
It
again.
was jarring to jump like that.
Yeah.
You're talking about jumping from Marla's death to like 5 years later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of exposition that goes along.
I guess there was really nothing important to say between those two times,
which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
I'm fine with because I get the idea that they want to.
They're running out of resources.
There's two things they're accomplishing.
They can only do a certain amount of episodes.
Well, one thing they want to accomplish is allowing a realistic amount of time to build the ship under the conditions they're in. Now, granted, it's Star Trek and they're dealing with psychic aliens, so they could do whatever they want there. So the other thing that's happened here that I do think is important is they wanted to age up Kali to be communicative, talkative, and be able to take part in her own, have some agency, and develop some rapport with the audience. So
all of my most precious things.
So I get that she's 5, but she's like a 10-year-old who's like the good ship lollipop gal, and that's a cue for Dan to play that clip again.
Where bonbons play on the sunny beach of Peppermint Bay.
Peppermint Bay.
We launched the good ship Venture.
What kind of water do they have?
Daddy, I can't breathe.
I'm dying in this cave. The whole time they were talking about living underground in this cave, I was like, I hope they have a sufficient vitamin D supplementation.
Yeah, for real, dude.
That is important.
They probably didn't though.
No, I don't know.
I doubt it.
They had didn't they have some sort of synthesizer thing? I don't know. They must have had something.
Well, what's maybe augments have a different, metabolism.
Could be. I don't know. You need that vitamin D.
You still need vitamin D, but
I'm really surprised Dan hasn't busted out with a D's nuts joke. With how many times we've been
good old Dan with his D's nuts.
Vitamin D. Dan's just really focusing on his sound effects library over there.
It no longer matters.
Do you have any D's nuts recordings? Probably not, right?
I don't think so.
They don't do a lot of D's nuts jokes in Star Trek.
No, they really don't.
That could be a critique of certainly of modern Star Trek.
Wait, it's got Star Trek. Does D's nuts.
Carapledes.
How about Carapledes?
Carapledes.
Carapledes nuts.
These people have a violent history.
On our planet, wars were fought over these.
Did you type in nuts? What did you type in?
I typed in D's.
Oh, okay.
Wait, this is Trip Tucker.
On our planet, wars were fought over these.
Wars. Nuts.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Well, Jesse
nuts.
talked over it.
Wow, okay.
On our planet,
quit stepping all over his joke.
Wars were fought over these.
Nuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he
These
talking
people have a violent history.
Oh, that other one.
He was talking about spices or something.
Yeah, spices.
Yeah.
Una carapledes.
Nuts. Those are the only D's note.
Okay. What about nuts? Type in nuts. Can you do a search for nuts? Sorry, audience. We'll get back to the
Can
discussion
you do a
momentarily.
search for nuts?
Are you nuts?
Oh.
That was Vanessa.
From where?
From where?
Where would I stay?
From TNG season 2 episode 12.
All right.
I don't know off the top of my head what that is.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's this. How about this?
I said not now, right? I said not.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just called I said not now, Miles, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Did she say you're nuts?
I said not now, right?
You're nuts.
I said not.
What are you doing?
Wait, hold on, Jesse. 1 second, please, Jesse. When I'm playing the thing.
I said not now, right? I said not.
What are you doing?
Oh, she says, "What are you doing?" But I just wrote it, Miles, you are nuts.
It's because you wrote Miles, you are nuts because that's the episode where one of the episodes where Miles goes crazy.
Yeah.
There's one more. I believe that was from Hard Time.
There's one more.
But there's one. I think you named it that because he says I'm not, but it sounds like he says I'm nut.
Okay.
Play it again.
I said not now, right? I said not.
What are you doing?
I said nut.
Nut now.
I said
He's
nut.
gonna nut now. Wait, there's one more.
Okay.
I guess because it's got nuts in it.
There.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Got nuts.
fairly straightforward.
All right, that was worth it.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Take some advice from your senior number one.
Do you hate shopping for pants?
I didn't get that commercial this time.
Yeah, no, I got other ones with the same narrator and different narrators. The usual narrators doing different commercials.
It was not fate. It was not eternity's design.
It was nut eternity's design.
I think there was still
It was not a
Ryan
natural
Reynolds.
occurrence and not an accident.
Not an accident.
Yeah. So this.
Okay, what were you talking about?
We're talking about the beginning.
You were talking about. You were saying something about D's.
Well, no, I was talking about the time jump.
Something about D's.
And then
the time jump.
There was the time jump, which we discussed, and then Lear is sort of freaking out because Sulu has given her this deadline, and she keeps saying she needs more time. Now, I am now forgetting whatever MacGuffin they had that needed her to be like at the planet to study these tapes, as opposed to just taking them or copying them.
They didn't have. They didn't have one.
It was just.
It's always been unclear.
Yeah, because I remember asking at the beginning, being like, because she was like, "Oh, we need more time so I can look. It's going to take months to look over this," and they're like, "You only have 6 days." And I remember posing the question as like, "Why didn't they just bring the logs on board?"
It doesn't make any sense from any sort of Star Trek I've seen.
There was nothing explained.
She got the Let me benefit of the doubt headcanon thing here. She has gotten the logs. She didn't get them from SETI Alpha 5. She got them from Del Mondo. And then they've come to SETI Alpha 5 while she's... So she should have listened to the logs, learned everything there could be, and then gone to SETI Alpha 5. But she's come to SETI Alpha 5 to listen to the logs while there.
Because this is
in
SETI
the event
Alpha
that she
5.
can do some scans, which they do.
You said do.
They do, but they could have also just done. They could have researched everything and been like, "Here's a list of things we need to do. Let's go to SETI Alpha 5 and do this list."
Well, here's the problem: is they at the beginning, Tuvok recommended. He was like, "Well, instead of trying to go through all the logs yourself, just have the computer go through the logs and summarize them. If the computer can go through the logs and summarize them, can it also transcribe them onto something else?"
One would presume.
Like if it can read through it, it can repeat it. So why not just go through it and then just make a fucking recording like we do with the VHS cassette?
Yeah, like a VHS cassette.
VHS cassette.
Yeah. We don't do recordings with any other.
Yeah. They use tapes in the future.
Yeah, they do use tapes. No, they're not tapes. They're little pieces of wood that have been painted yellow and red.
Oh, damn it.
But that aside, right? That it's always unfortunate when when the source of drama is unclear or unexplained, whatever. Not a big
Clearly.
deal. What we do know is that she has a time crunch and she's starting to freak out because of something that we are not fully aware of yet, because we've now kind of pretty much concluded in this episode that she is Kali. So she's got some reason to want to go back to SETI Alpha 5.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to have to be brave.
Mm-hmm. And that she was.
Yes.
We're going to be brave. We're going to take a break.
Yes.
That is very brave of us.
Take a break. And when we get back, we will, of course, continue discussing this episode. However, we have a second break fun 'em up. Very brief. We're going to play a new game. And then
I don't know about this game.
Yeah, but no, you don't. But it's
Do you
inspired.
have to?
It's inspired by Dan.
Ooh, sexy.
And then in the third break, don't worry, we haven't forgotten. We will be doing the new game we've been doing. Where the hell have I heard that before? So we will answer last week's clip and then play a new clip for next week.
Do you remember there was an SNL skit with Phil Hartman, and didn't he just kept looking at he kept mugging the camera, going like saucy?
Yeah, saucy.
Was he saying saucy or spicy?
Sassy.
Sassy. Yes, that's what it is. He kept going.
That was really good.
He would like interrupt. He would interview somebody, and then every once in a while he'd look at the camera and
comment.
go.
It was
he'd go sassy.
That was funny.
Yeah,
that was before his wife killed him. We'll be right back.
Until we meet again, I will miss you so much.
And we're back.
Go ahead. Give it to me straight.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
All right. I'm giving it to you straight. Here you go. Here you go. Do you have the clip, real quick, before we do our second break, fun 'em up? Do you have the clip, something about being a full ration of tickles? Did you get that line?
Oh, my goodness.
You remember what I'm talking about, Dan?
Yes. You see, I was tickling her earlier. She hasn't received a full day's ration of tickles yet.
So, okay. That was...
She hasn't received a full day's ration of tickles yet.
Daddy, I can't breathe.
But when it was adorable. But when I heard that, I kept thinking, I was like, I wonder if Dan's had his full ration of tickles today.
Oh.
Have you?
No, he hasn't.
I don't think he has.
Oh, God, no.
I know for a
He's
fact
getting
that he
okay,
has
don't
some.
do that. What are you doing?
He's gonna get you.
No, stop it. What are you doing? This is not professional.
Well,
It's fully professional.
Just want to make sure you had your full ration of...
Patrick just came over out of his seat and over to my seat and tried to tickle me.
Maybe I did tickle you.
That's not allowed,
you
man.
did not have your full ration.
Dan,
no touching.
When we were 14, Dan gave me blanket consent to touch him anytime I want for the rest of our lives.
When you hang out in a group like social work setting with other kids, the social worker says no touching.
All right. Now, Dan, should we risk asking you why you know this?
Oh, it's just like something you read about.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. We will leave that scenario uninterrogated for now, because we do need to get to our second break. Fun 'em up, and
that is one thing Khan's daughter cannot abide.
We are going to
being allowing you to read for pleasure again.
Read for pleasure again.
Yeah, that upset me because I'm assuming he was joking. I'm assuming he was joking.
He's just an asshole.
But yeah, come on, you gotta read.
Whatever you do, don't wake her. It needs to go back in your bag. It needs to go back in your bag.
Is that a beat?
It needs to go back in your bag.
All right.
It needs to go back in your bag.
Damn right.
Here's another one. Damn right. That was good timing. There's another beat.
And we were interrupted. And we were interrupted. And we were interrupted. And we were interrupted. And we were interrupted.
I will update you shortly. I will update you shortly.
Whoops. God damn it. It's so hard
Well
to do.
done, sir.
I will update you shortly.
Damn it. Hold on.
You got it, baby.
Shopping for pants.
Wait. You can cut some of this. Just hold on a second.
I will update you shortly. I will update you shortly.
Damn it. God damn it.
I will update you shortly. 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 I will update you shortly.
Why were you noising over my beat, Jesse?
I was noising under your beat. It was a rhythmic accompaniment.
My bad.
He fucking.
I apologize.
To support.
Schooled your ass. He took you to university, sir.
I listened and I responded.
All right. We had more to discuss, so let's get through this game.
Okay.
Let's get through this game now. Some of you all will remember we dug into Dan's classic catalog of old stuff when he used to work for some DJs back in the day.
Yeah.
Dan used to put together theme songs for the radio.
For the radio.
And we played Muffin Mouth. That was a fun game.
Yes.
I thought, we got some more of these old theme songs.
Of course.
So we're going to play another classically induced, classically inspired. That probably makes more sense.
Deduced?
Game. No, inspired makes more sense.
This is not what we agreed to, my friend.
And this game that we're going to play is called First Name Basis.
Oh, man.
Oh.
First name basis, first name basis, first name basis, yeah. We'll get the first names of the characters and you have to guess the show. First name basis, first name basis, first name basis, yeah.
What the hell is that?
Hate shopping for pants.
This will not do.
All right, first name.
I didn't know you were
basis.
gonna. I had no idea you were gonna play that.
Dan had no idea. How long ago did you make? Was that 2005 or something?
Yeah, it was like 2004, 2005.
So there's old things dug out of Dan's not rectum. What was it?
But speaking of rectums, I did make that with an organ.
Drives.
I did make it with my organ. Speaking of rectums,
an organ, the musical organ.
Speaking of my rectum,
yeah.
Damn near killed him.
No, okay.
Hardly knew her.
So, the way this game works, as the theme song so eloquently described.
We'll take the first names of the characters, and you have to guess the show.
That's one of the.
That's what you do.
That's one of my favorites.
I'm going to give you the first name of a character from Star Trek.
Okay.
And you all have to guess the show, and you get bonus points if you know their full name, right? So some of these will be easier than others. Some of them will be a little bit more difficult. And no buzzer, just shout out the answer. And whoever gets it first.
This is a Jesse and me game.
This is a Jesse and you game.
And so you're going to give the first name of the character, and we have to guess the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to murder you.
So we'll start. How about
immortalize you?
We'll start with this. We'll start with this first name.
I'm not joking, Lee.
First name is Jean-Luc.
Star Trek TNG.
Also acceptable would have just been TNG, but I like that you added it.
Yeah.
If you're going to add Star Trek in front of each of these, because each of these you could add Star Trek in front.
I don't get it.
It's Star Trek.
So what's the full name?
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
No, I mean Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, Picard. Oh, that's not part of the game.
Well, his first. I'm saying that's a bonus point.
Oh,
Jean-Luc is the
okay.
first name. Bonus point if you know the full name. Okay.
It's just a crazy idea.
Next one. First name basis. Next name is Brad.
Boimler.
Ah!
Lower Decks.
There you go. That's the main point of the game
Yes.
is the show. But I'm glad
you figured it out.
both of you got bonus points for the Boimler. Brad Boimler from Lower
The
Decks.
list gets weirder as it goes on.
It does. Next name, Jet.
Star Trek Discovery.
Yes.
Yes.
Also known as Tignataro.
Last name?
Joan.
No. Not Jet Jones.
Jet Li.
It's not Jet
Rockham.
It's not Jet Sacramento.
Jet Rockhole.
It's not Jet Las Vegas.
Jet Reno.
There you go.
Jet Reno.
Jet
Yeah, I
Sacramento.
know. She's like the best character.
From Discovery. And I like how, again, Dan said Star Trek Discovery. There's so many fucking syllables. All right, let's keep it moving.
This human is full of words.
The next name is Leonardo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No.
Voyager.
Right. Good job, Jesse.
Leonardo da Vinci.
And you get the bonus point for the last name?
The actual
Does
Leonardo.
that count?
Yes, it counts. It's a character. He's a hologram. He was on 4 or 5 episodes.
Holograms?
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci from Voyager.
The list gets weirder as it goes on.
Okay.
I like the sprite.
Some of these are more tricky than others. Like I told you, I'm sort of made some easy, some hard. Next name, Janice.
Oh, fuck.
This is a trickier one.
Janice. TOS.
TOS is right. Bonus for the last name.
She died a couple years ago.
Yes. Janice. It's not Deloitte. It's not
Deloitte.
It's not Janice Deloitte. It's not Janice Perot Systems. It is.
She's one of the humans.
Going once, going twice. It's Janice Rand.
Janice Rand, yes.
Get my jokes now
Yeoman
about
Rand.
Got my jokes about the industrial government contractors, you know?
Yes.
Like Rand.
Oh, God.
That's well put there, Dan. Yes, Janice Rand from TOS. All right, next up. Just a couple more. Travis.
Mayweather, Star Trek Voyager.
Yes.
No.
I mean, Star Trek Enterprise.
But yes, I will accept.
I defer to you.
I will
Yes.
accept. Star Trek Enterprise. Yes, Travis.
He's my number one dad.
Mayweather. All right.
You're my number one.
I lied
Dan.
when I said a couple. There's 4 more of these, but we're going quick. Jake.
Cisco, Stanford DS9.
Ha!
It's just a crazy idea.
Yes. Next, Jake Sisko from Deep Space Nine. Next up is Cristobal.
Picard.
Mm-hmm. Picard is right. Last name for a bonus point? It's not Cristobal.
I forgot.
It's not Cristobal Rivers. It's not Cristobal
Lake.
Oh, goddamn.
Ocean.
What's that guy's name?
Stream. Creek.
Cristobal Rios.
Rios. God damn it.
We're dangerous.
Well, apparently not linguistically.
I have to go watch that show again.
Two more. We've got Jankum. Jankum.
Jankum.
Jankum.
There's a wrestler named Isaac Yankum.
Okay.
I think he later became Kane, which is Undertaker's brother.
Richmond has a jank road.
These are irrelevant to the answer. The answer, going once, going twice.
Star Trek animated series.
Well, no, but you're getting closer. It is Jankum Pog from Prodigy.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
I know you're not as familiar with Prodigy. Make yourself familiar, otherwise you're going to lose out at these games.
Evidence!
Final question for our inaugural version of, or inaugural playing of First Name Basis.
What?
And that name is Erica.
Oh, Star Trek Khan!
No.
Yeah, Star Trek
Well,
Khan.
okay.
Strange New Worlds.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, there probably is there an Erica in Star Trek Khan?
Yes.
I know.
Yes, it's Joachim's friend,
Okay. All right.
not stated girlfriend, but
you get a point. But Jesse also gets a point for Strange New Worlds for Erica. Last name Ortegas.
Yes.
Ortega.
Okay,
The best.
let's do it.
The best character in that show.
Okay, so that was fun. I would like to do that again, or maybe
was
maybe you rotate who plays the host in the fantastic new game called First Name Basis.
and you should probably
First name basis.
we should probably play the theme song again.
We'll give the first names of the characters, and you have to guess the show.
The show.
First name basis, first name basis, first name basis, yeah.
That's what I said.
Well done. Good game.
I think next time we shouldn't necessarily do a different show for each one, because you can sort of guess that, like, oh, it's probably not going to be another TNG, so you sort of limit the list as time goes on. But for a first time, that's a smart idea. I think it's first time of First Name Basis.
First time basis.
Audience at home, tell us if you like the game First Name Basis. Maybe we should have some people on, and we can pre-record a segment where we have audience members play First Name Basis with us.
Yes.
And they'll also scream things like, "Dynamite!"
Stop!
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled discussion of Original Sin.
But why this sudden change?
So, because there's a 5-year jump, they do have to explain a lot of where the characters are. And one of the things we have is this Mado raising Kali and the schism between her and Ursula, is it?
Yeah.
And
Oh no.
which I enjoyed.
no.
I enjoyed that. It was
She's a nice girl.
it was interesting characterization. It was a little tricky to follow what was going on the first time listening through. It all made sense in the end, but I think some of that is the audio format. You do lose some information. It's sometimes difficult for them to convey what's going on.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
But
Conway.
it's easy to understand how somebody who lost their own baby would be well positioned and want to take on a motherly role, and that then becomes important when we understand that Kali is going to be taken off planet.
It's because the dingo ate her baby, right?
No.
That's right. Yeah.
By the way, you got to feel bad for that lady because the dingo probably did eat her baby. Like nobody believed her, the dingo baby lady.
Yeah, I shouldn't joke about that. I only joke about it because it's think of Elaine on Seinfeld.
Yeah, because that is as a Seinfeld joke is funny.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Well, I can't take back what you said. You said it or you didn't say it. I apologize for what I said.
That's good on you, sir.
Yeah.
Good.
You're an upstanding citizen.
It's interesting to see how these character dynamics are playing out after this time jump. So there's some schisms here. A lot happens in this episode.
Or schisms.
Or sure. If you really want to, you could do that.
Aye, sir.
Wait, who said this? Who said this?
Aye, sir.
I know who said this. Do you know who said that?
That's on
That guy.
with the business.
The guy with the business.
I don't know who said that.
Ensign Latimer.
Ensign Latimer.
Latimer. On the Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Oh, shit. That's Sulu.
Yeah. So we're hearing these tapes that, so Lear's freaking out, but then we get back to hearing the tapes and then also just not the tapes, just living in the con world, as this is the conceit of this particular podcast.
Because this podcast, it's a lot of Tuvok actually listening to the logs.
Yes.
Instead of the other character.
Yeah.
Tuvok.
So we get more information about this ship that they're building. I'm still a little confused. I guess they're building it underground because it makes sense now that they're building it underground because the world is shit. I get it now. I think before I was confused as to why they would build a spaceship underground, but obviously it makes sense because they're not dumb. They knew that the
and they timed it out
surface
so
would be problematic.
when it was done being built, the river would have dried up.
When it was done built,
conveniently.
Yeah, conveniently.
And
they were going to fly the ship out and then blow it up on their way out.
Star Wars style.
And so they were to have to leave and like live in the shitty like shit land up top.
It just seems complicated and problematic, but I guess that's the deal.
Jeez, man.
We're being told that that's the deal, but that some of that is a little unsatisfying. But it's
Kirk.
It's all worth it in the sense that it's setting up the chess pieces, thus that we have a ship that's going to be able to take 4 people?
Yeah,
off
4
planet?
people, and it was originally going to be Paolo, Kimura, Joachim, and Delmonda.
Yeah. And now they get together and they have a group meeting. Apparently everything's been going swimmingly this whole time. We're told that through exposition.
Right.
And then...
specifically, what are you going over right now?
That's a good question, Dan.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm happy to go follow your list because
I'm okay with whatever.
Well, I was just broadly speaking talking about this characterization that this chess pieces are being set up for what I guess we would call Khan's betrayal. But we can talk about that in more detail when we get to it in the list. So where are we on your list? Because we talked about the Excelsior business.
We haven't done any sort of no duty.
No,
we duty.
We can do that a little later.
So we've gone over number 1, which is the Lear log. That's all like talking about Meadows is Callie's mom, and then
what does that transition into?
And then it ends with Lear's freaking out because she's running out of time, but then she calms herself to keep going. I like that. Then that goes into Tuvok looking through the entries, which we're talking about now. And he's searching through the references between Day of Exile 1800 to 1900, and then he just plays the last entry. Then he plays all 16. I don't know, but anyway. So yeah, that's when we learn about Meadow being estranged with Ursula. They're packing Callie's things to move, and she's talking about how Callie is kind of bullheaded like her father. She says, okay, Meadow says that Callie can be so like her father, but then Meadow says, she also says that she will learn, I will teach her to be unafraid. She'll learn, I will teach her to be unafraid. So she's saying she's like her father, and then she's saying Meadow is saying Callie is like her father, but then Meadow is saying she will teach Callie to be unafraid. So is she implying that Khan is afraid? It was a very confusing part.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
I thought Khan wasn't afraid of nothing.
Yeah, but he is.
Yeah, he is.
That's the thing is that so many of his decisions, as is typical of some types of characters, are driven by insecurity.
Yeah, the line is, tomorrow brings change, and that is one thing Khan's daughter cannot abide. She can be so like him, but she will learn. I will teach her to be unafraid. Like you, Ursula.
The surface level statement is she is used to her patterns and her habits, and so she will be disturbed by having those forcibly disrupted, and I will teach her not to be afraid of those things.
Right.
I took the secondary level of that being a subtle dig at Khan.
Yeah.
That she is like Khan in that if things are not going her way, it's a problem.
It's an interesting spin on it though, because like she's set in her ways and that, but she spins it as fear, and then it makes total sense. Sure. It's just that it's interesting how you can spin things in different ways, and then she chose to use the word afraid instead of stubborn or set in their ways. So because when I think of someone being set in their ways, I don't necessarily think of them being having fear, but it makes sense.
It stood out to me. It stood out to me because of that, both because it was unusual and I think very apt that the anxiety produced by having your routine disrupted. I think frankly fairly common, but in certain people maybe even more problematic. Like if you grow up in a fucking cave with a bunch of weird cave people.
So this is part 2, and that ends with it seems like Meadow wants to talk to Ursula, but Ursula kind of doesn't want to talk to Meadow, but she probably really secretly does. But in the tape, Meadow's trying to convince Ursula to open her heart to different kinds of love or something, and Ursula's all broken by this. Seems like Ursula's broken by this whole situation with the baby, and Meadow's kind of moving on. And Meadow seems like she wants to be open with Ursula, and Ursula's like, probably still wants to be with Mado, but she's holding things closer to her
and
chest.
Ursula, from the
more.
beginning, Ursula was characterized as one of those stoic people, right? But seemingly like actually stoic and not necessarily just hiding things. You know, there's some people who are like, I'm going to pretend to be stoic for whatever reason. And some people are just like, I don't 100% know. I kind of get the impression Ursula's a little bit more on the, hey, life is rough. That's the deal. But who knows? We'll see.
Number 3, it's, we're now with Mado and Kali. This is so that was all in the tape on that second part. That was Tuvok listening to the tape. Number 3, it's no longer a tape, and now we're actually in the episode with Mado and Kali, and they're picking up stuff to take. And she's talking about like her Shakespeare in her bag, and she's being grumpy about it and not wanting to give it up. And that's when they, it is done to let us know that a 5-year-old reads Shakespeare, which was something twice her age, as we said, arguably doesn't even
First
do.
of all, 10-year-old's not reading Shakespeare. And honestly, hey, pro tip for everybody. Don't read Shakespeare. Shakespeare's not meant to be read. It's like you wouldn't want to read the script of Pulp Fiction unless you're just trying to like nerd out about it. It has to be performed. See it performed. Reading a script sucks.
Although
Seeing a performance is awesome.
I remember Pulp Fiction was like before the internet became super popular.
With the book.
And when you got the script book, it felt all awesome to have the script.
But did you read it?
No, but it was
of course not.
No, but it was cool to have.
I love Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was an important movie to my intellectual growing as a person. It was the first time I went to a movie and I was like, oh, I didn't know movies could do that. It was very important to me. I bought that script book. I flipped through it and I was like, oh yeah, that's a script.
But it's cool.
I'm gonna go watch the movie.
I watch you watch
it. It's like if you look at like a score of some symphony or something. It's like
if you're not Salieri or Mozart, it's pointless.
All of my most precious things. It's mine. We're going to blow it up.
All right, so
then
packing things up.
Khan, and that's when Khan enters the room and is like,
she hasn't received a full day's ration of tickles yet.
That was disgusting.
And then it was, and then and then Mado plays the game where she rushes Kali to bed, and then he's like, oh, where is she? Where is she? And she's like,
whatever you do, don't wake her.
And they're like, where is she? Oh no, oh no. Red Rat. Listen to Red Rat. Red Rat. She's a nice girl.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry. That girl.
We cannot.
That's part of the tickle fight. Anyway, so they do that. Then there's the Delmonda's. Yeah, she's wondering where Delmonda is to read her bedtime story, which this lets us know that Delmonda has gotten close with Kali.
Weird,
and it tells us how close he's gotten to the group in general, how important he is to the community, supposedly.
And he has access to Khan's child.
Yeah.
Del Monte.
And then, like, he tells her to go to bed, and she's like, fuck you, but then she goes to bed. And then, because it's a big day, yeah. And so she named the ship Venture, because she's precocious or whatever. But so she named it after Shakespeare stuff. And then, first of all, she said it was her favorite play, As I Like It, which he corrected
As I Like It.
her to As You Like It. And she's like, that's what I said. And now I would be concerned at this point about her needless fibbing, saying like, that's what I said. It's like, you didn't say that. Why are you fibbing?
I think she was just joking.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she was joking. I think she was fibbing.
I think she knows, if she's reading Shakespeare, she knows what a pun is.
Because later on she said,
it's called poetic license, Daddy.
When he corrected her on some other shit, she said that was wrong. She called it poetic license when really she was just wrong.
She lawyered his ass.
I have 2 daughters, and the one that can like speak English is an unreliable narrator. What about she's totally like?
What about the one that speaks Portuguese?
and I mean, I'm saying,
I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying lots of stuff.
How can it be her favorite play if she doesn't even know the name of the play?
Yeah, because she knows the name of the play.
She's not joking. There's nothing to indicate.
I'm not joking,
she's not.
She's joking.
She's not joking. There's nothing to. First of all, let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah. There's nothing to indicate. There's not one thing to indicate in there that she's joking.
Yeah, except for the fact that it's a joke.
You're just saying that.
Yeah, no, she's like, as I like, and he's like, as you like. He's like, that's what I said. That's like it's a joke.
That's not a joke. That's her being. No, that's showing. That's showing.
Like Abbott and Costello style.
No,
joke.
It's not. It's not. It's her being like stubborn and pigheaded and not wanting to admit she's wrong, just like Khan. That's what it's meant to make us think, is that she's like Khan. She can't admit when she's wrong. And then she's incorrect. She wouldn't there's nothing in there that
It's
says
a fair
joke.
reading.
Yeah.
But I still think it's a joke.
It's not a joke. There's
I think
nothing
it can
to
be
indicate.
both things.
No, it's not. It can't be both things. First of all,
Yeah, sure, why not?
It can't be.
Yeah.
Because it's not a joke.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not.
Everything.
I think he's just trying to piss me off.
I'm not trying to piss you off as I like it, as you like it. That's what I said. That's a funny joke.
It's
We
not
all
a joke.
like it.
No, it's meant to show us that she's pig-headed like him and doesn't want to admit she's wrong. What do you think, Jesse?
No, I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. Jesse agrees with me.
She's very much like her father.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to say. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So I was just saying, because she has something in common with Khan, which is she's a stinking little liar.
Yes, absolutely.
And Khan is a fucking liar.
Yes.
Khan has been lying this entire time, which we can get to later.
Even though he says he's not lying, it's like, dude, what you just described is totally fucking lying.
Yes.
You're being deceitful.
And then because she also said she says it's based on some shit from 1609, and he corrects her again.
1599.
Oh, shit. Listen to what I'm saying. She said it's something from 1609, and he corrected her, saying it was written in 1599, not 1509, like you just said, Patrick.
I said 1599.
Okay, well, why are you finishing my sentence for me when I'm in the middle of explaining?
Toss it in the
You're trying to finish my sentences for me.
Probably performed for the first time in 1603.
Okay, but you're trying to finish my sentences for me. You should let me finish my own sentences.
It's because I love you.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
Why don't you guys just love each other?
I just like to finish my own sentences is all. I just don't, when people try to guess what I'm gonna say, let me say it first. Then you don't have to guess. You can just know.
It's true.
Okay. And so he's talking about how it's based on the shipwreck and the tempest on the loss of the Sea Venture. And then that's when she says, oh, it's called poetic license. And it's like, that's not poetic license saying it's 1609 when it's 1599. That's just wrong. And Patrick, you're again going to say, oh, she was joking. Was that a joke that she said it was 1609, but it was 1599? And then when he told her she's wrong, she's like, it's poetic license.
Yeah.
I think it's some Shakespearean stuff.
Yeah. I do not have a response for you.
See, so you don't think she's joking there?
In that particular instance, I'm not suggesting that's a joke. What was a joke?
She's just wrong and she won't admit it. She's like, this happened in 1609. He says, no, it's actually 1599. It's poetic license I'm doing right now, Daddy. She's wrong.
I think her reference to poetic...
This behavior is only going to get worse as she gets older.
I think her... Well...
And all he does is celebrate her for it. He's just celebrating her for it.
I would have to listen back. I thought, but I'm not... But you're right. I'm not remembering the specific... I thought her reference to poetic license was because... she was talking so much about liking as you like it, but the venture is from the Tempest. Right. I thought he was. She was mixing metaphors.
She goes, Sea Venture 1609 off the coast of Bermuda. Very good, he says. But that play was written in 1599. He based the shipwreck and the Tempest on the loss of the Sea Venture. Yeah. And then she goes, it's called poetic license.
It's called poetic license, Daddy.
And then he goes, you are so like your mother. She enjoyed nothing more as proving me wrong. So anyway, whatever. Okay, we're almost done with
Khan is not a nice guy.
We're almost done with 3.
Okay, number 3, and then we'll take a break.
Okay, they talk about going to the surface, and then that's when he hints that he has an alternative plan for her. It's pretty smooth how he sneaks it in, because she asks if she's like, "Will I like it up there?" And then he goes,
he's like, don't fucking worry about it.
He says, she's like, would I like it up there? And he goes, well, would you like to stay down here? And she's like, well, we can't because of some shit. And then he's like, if we can't stay here, and if you don't wish to go up, we might have another plan. Note, Callie never specifically said that she didn't want to go up.
Right.
He's just said, if we can't stay here and you don't, she said, will I like it up here? And then he was like, well, if you don't want to go up, we can just do something else. That was his sneaky way of inserting his alternate plan, making her think she said something she didn't actually say. So she just, anyway, so that's when Mado was like, what the fuck, Khan? And then he quotes some Coleridge and Callie complains about it, and then they kiss and go to sleep.
Which is kind of funny, because she's very precocious. She's a 10-year-old who is a deep critic of, what was his name? Woolworth Coleridge or whatever.
Woolworth Coleridge.
Samuel. I was Samuel Woolworth. Remember that grocery store? No, of course you don't.
Never!
All right, folks.
Yes.
I remember Woolworth. How about Montgomery Wards?
Bloomingdale's. We will be right back.
How much more time can I have? Doesn't matter. I'm out of time.
And we're back.
Just keep going.
That's what we do. That's our episode 321.
There are only 10 parts to this episode, by the way.
Oh, and we've done the first 3?
Yeah.
So this was a little bit shorter in terms of parts identified by you compared to...
the other ones were around like 13.
Yeah, 12, 13, 14. Okay, well, why don't we get underway? Get WTHHIHTB out of the way.
Let's do it.
We'll do it swiftly here. So,
Very well, but make it quick.
As a reminder, this is...
Very well. But just this once.
No,
I have spoken.
Not just this
It
once.
is for the good of all.
This is
I have spoken.
a weekly thing we've been trying out. We'll see how much longer we try it out, but we're continuing to try this out. A new weekly game, an audience engagement game to keep you all listening.
That's right.
Comes back. Playfully shortened as WTHHIHTB, lengthened, it stands for Where the Hell Have I Heard That Before? And all we do here, real simple, we play a clip from somewhere in the Star Trek franchise, an audio clip, and the audience, that's you.
You can't guess.
You gotta...
I can't. Thanks for reminding me.
Dan and Jesse aren't supposed to guess. I mean, they can guess in a minute.
No,
they can
I can't.
When we announce it, they can guess last week's, but not when I play this week's, which we're not doing yet. First, we play last week's, so you can be like, okay, that's what we heard, and then I explain what it was, and if there's a winner, I'll say who the winner was, and then we'll play the clip for next week, and all that's all it is. You write in to feedback@itsgotstartrek.com with your guess. And or you can DM us on social media, which some people have done. It's better not to post it publicly because then you're giving the answer out, and then maybe if somebody else will copy the answer. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what cheating does.
Don't BM it.
BM it. Oh, bowel movement. Okay.
So that's it.
No. I was just explaining the concept. Now I got to play last week's clip. And then,
that's it.
Yeah, and then we'll play next week the clip for people to guess. In the intervening time, they'll hear the clip tonight, and then they will send us. They have until next Friday, or this Friday, I should say, to send us the answer. And then if they get it right, I'll say so. If they don't get it right and have an amusing answer, then I will maybe read it on the air. Anyway,
that's it.
I needn't explain all this. I think it'll become self-evident.
This human is full of words.
From doing
Where would I
one.
stay?
So last week, we weren't getting a lot of suggestions. Lots of people were saying they enjoyed the game, but we weren't getting a lot of guesses. So
they're weak.
I made last week's clip, or attempted to make last week's clip, super easy. I was trying to encourage as many guesses as possible. So I tried to.
I know it's forbidden, but I don't care.
Super easy. So I will play last week's clip. And then we'll go through the responses we got.
More! Johnny 2!
Okay. I thought that was going to be super easy. Evidently, I was incorrect.
Oh, man.
It was not super easy.
Really?
We got a few, but we did get a few guesses, and there was a winner. So we got an email from Grayson, the host of the Prime Detective podcast, which is awesome. Go check it out. So Grayson writes in and says, "You are right. This is an easy one. This is from a very special episode of the TV show Intervention. It's a grown-up Alexander Rozhenko being confronted by his father about his anger issues. Loosely translated, he is saying, 'I learned it from you, Dad.'"
He's my number one dad.
Thank you, Grayson. No, it wasn't Intervention, but that was a good guess. Poor Alexander
crazy idea.
Rozhenko. Again this week, like I said in previous weeks, lots of people were saying they're enjoying the game, but not sending in guesses. Send in guesses.
I'm not jokingly.
Grayson understands what's going on here. Now, we do have a winner, and I'll announce that in a second, and I'll explain what it is. But do you have any guesses, Dan or Jesse, of where that clip is from?
Let me think on it, little goddess.
You had like a whole week to think on it.
Yeah, it's from Star Trek 3.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Chris. It was off on break. We were talking about Back to the Future, and it is.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
It's not Christopher Lloyd.
It's not.
No, you're right. It's Star Trek 3.
Oh, it wasn't Christopher Lloyd.
It's actually Kirk. It's Kirk.
Oh,
Kirk imitating Christopher Lloyd.
I'm so stupid.
No, it makes sense because what Kirk is doing is the planet is falling apart below him or around him. He's just killed Commander Krug, played by Christopher Lee, and he's
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher. It would be funny if he was played by Christopher Lee. It would be a different scene.
It was a conscious choice.
Yes, and then Kirk says that to get beamed up onto the Klingon bird of prey.
I feel stupid.
Star Trek 3. The correct guess was from.
Not do.
Somebody sent a DM on Twitter. Itchy's beard Itchy's beard. I think I got that right. And who knew it was Kirk calling to be beamed up. So congratulations.
I failed.
Now, for next week, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it even easier because people are not getting these. So I got to make it much easier. So I'm going to play the clip once.
So nobody else got Star Trek 3 except for
nobody else got Star Trek 3.
Well, at least I got that much.
Yeah. No. You were pretty much right there.
I should have just shut up there.
You the man.
Things fall apart.
So I'm going to play the clip for next week. Write in. DM us, write in at feedback. It's got Star Trek, whatever you prefer. Call us on the phone if you like. And let us know your guess. I'm going to play this clip twice for you.
Call us on the phone.
Here's the first play.
Just coffee.
All right.
There it is.
All right. One more time.
Just coffee.
There you go.
There it is.
I expect 100 emails.
Coffee.
And 2,000 DMs.
Our mission must succeed.
Something in there. Yeah, it might be an overestimate. But anyway, write us in. That's last week and this week's WTHHIHTB.
WTHIJK.
Where the hell have I heard that before? All right. Now we can get back to our discussion. And Dan, I believe we were on part number 4.
Part number 4 of this whole thing.
Beef stroganoff. Roctagino, extra sweet. Macabre bread, no crust.
Macabre. Number 4. Everyone. This is where actually you were about to get to, Patrick, where they all gather and Khan and Delmonte are chatting. They're all gathering and they're.
And Khan pulls the old. I'm just going to say some different shit in the meeting.
Yeah. Well, first Khan and Delmonte are chatting on their way to presumably get ready to leave, basically, because Delmonte's all bummed because Callie is already in bed and he promised to say goodbye. Do you think Khan put her to bed early, not because tomorrow's a big day, but just to fuck with Delmonte? Probably not. But it seems kind of
not to fuck with Delmonte, but I do think it was for a purpose, which was he did not want to risk Kali
hearing like the
because Delmonte did not agree to this, and so if Delmonte's all like, "I'm going to leave tomorrow," and then it's like, "Oh, actually, no, the plan has changed," Kali would be confused.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Khan has been shown repeatedly to want to control people's access to information because that is power, or there's one mechanism for expressing power. It's true in fiction, it's true in real life. And so those are the levers he has at his disposal since he doesn't have super mind psychic telekinesis powers.
Right. And so not everyone can make it because they're all sick and fucked up because they're on a shitty place. But first Khan
eloquently stated.
Yes, thank you. First Khan addresses the crowd, then Delmonte does. They kind of go back and forth. So they talk about how the ship can leave and then the cave gets blown up and they have to do it a certain amount of time to get through the debris field. He pronounces it debris field because that's how he pronounces it. I pronounce it debris field. But
maybe it's like Dr. Spadezo.
Dr. Spadezo.
Hello, I am Dr. Spadezo.
And they seek help from anyone but Starfleet.
Yeah.
Which they instantly are the first people they come across in Star Trek 2. But
it's sort of I understand them wanting to avoid Starfleet based on their last interaction.
They think it's going to be about 6 months. But this is where Khan reveals that Paolo will stay back to monitor the radio on the surface, which is obviously for sneaky motives, not for the benefit of the mission, because anyone can monitor the radio. Paolo's been specially trained to work this ship for months. So and they could have put anyone on the radio. So it's pretty
Khan's just taking his 2 favorite people and the one alien person who's necessary to run the super future space drive.
Yeah. Delmonte's not cool with this and Khan kind of ignores him. So it's Joachim helms it. Kimura's still doing the navigation, and then he says now it's just left with communication and command, and then he just says it's going to be him and Callie. Yeah. So he doesn't specify which does what.
I'm presuming he's in command.
Yeah.
Real quick aside here. Have you all, either of you, y'all ever deal with this situation? Seriously though, y'all ever deal with this situation, whether in work or school or personal life or something, where somebody pulls this con gag where it's like, all right, you get together, you're like, all right, here's the plan, we're going to do this. Okay, let's go out and announce it. And then the person goes out and is like, we're going to do this totally other different thing, but now that I said it, it's going to be awkward to go back on it. So the person I'm betraying is just going to stand here looking like an asshole and dealing with it. Have you ever been the asshole in that situation?
I hope not.
I don't mean the asshole doing the bad thing. I mean the asshole who's been made to look like an asshole or feel like an asshole. I feel like I can't remember a specific example, but I feel like that's happened before, where somebody's gone into like a work meeting or something and been like, well, actually, we're gonna be like this. This is the plan we came up with. It's like,
if I have been, I certainly wouldn't want to admit it.
Okay.
Anyway, so Khan makes it seem like he's doing the Elborians a favor by leaving Delmonda behind, as if it's like helpful to them, which is very transparent. As obviously, Delmonda knows better than Khan what is good for like the Elborians, and Khan made this decision against Delmonda's will.
It's like so shady.
Yeah,
super
shady.
I mean, everyone should think it's shady. I don't even think it's that great a plan. I know what Khan is doing, but if I were in the audience, I'd be like, that sounds pretty shady.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Yay, Khan!" Except Khan's people are like, "Khan."
It was gonna be 2 Elborians and 2 augments, and now it's 3 augments, and one of them's one precocious child.
Yeah, and then 1 Elborian just to keep shit working.
Yeah.
And then Delmonda's like, "We got to talk." I do have those Khan dumb lines, which.
Oh, did you notice? By the way, I did think it was fairly clever how they did the Delmonda talking to Khan psychically. Like side talk.
Oh, I didn't realize that was psychic.
They put like a little effect on it.
Yeah.
I think, and my interpretation was they were trying to say like Delmonda is being all like, what the fuck are you talking about, Khan? Like so that the audience isn't hearing that. You know, it's just like Delmonda's like, I don't know what we're doing, making me look like an asshole up here.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's actually a good point. Sorry, I was sort of like
no, it's all right. I like making good points while you're like I don't know, reading a Wikipedia page, something along those lines.
No, I was looking through my thing. No, that was a great point, Patrick, because I honestly didn't notice that, and that was clever. That was a clever. I'm
gonna give you some extra tickles.
Yay! Hooray!
After recording.
I can't wait.
She hasn't received a full day's ration of tickles yet.
And then number 5, Kali wants to hear her mom sing some songs from a tape, which Mado plays, which is... Which we heard in last episode, I Am Marla, when she was taking a bath. In a different key.
Oh, a different key.
It's like the same tune, but it's a different key.
Do you think that she chose to do a different key because one key would be more appealing to a young child and a different key would be more like sexy because she's in the bath?
I think they probably just didn't think about it, but it could be because she was naked, she might have been thinking like, ooh, if I sing higher, it's sexier.
Do you guys know, because I'm not a professional musician like you two, if you're naked, does your body want to sing in a different key? Is that like a thing that's known?
I heard that.
Like, do you play like a?
Who sang "Eternal Flame"? Like the eternal flame. Do you remember Jesse?
Jesse is indicating by shaking his head that he does not remember. He is momentarily forgetting he is recording an audio podcast.
Yeah, right.
That's okay.
He's not talking into the microphone.
But he's near it. He's like relatively.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
Jesse with his sultry voice tonight.
Okay,
anyway, the point is she apparently, as the story goes, she recorded it like she had him turn all the lights out. She recorded it in the nude or something. In the nude.
We should do the podcast like that one.
Yeah, just to keep the lights on.
Just to see if people notice.
So Khan enters, tells Mado to put Kali's shit on the venture, and Mado doesn't like it. She doesn't like that Kali's going because it's dangerous. She doesn't like that Khan is going because they were expecting him to lead them. And so Mado objects, and then Khan does his "I have spoken" thing. Yeah, and she's like,
he's
fine,
like,
fine,
I'm
whatever.
fucking out of here. He's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah. And then number 6 starts. I think it starts outside. Paolo enters a thing, and Ursula's in there in some building. And they're talking about like they can't be sustained that long. 196 personnel for 37 days, keeping in mind they're going to be gone for 6 months. And so Ursula's grumpy about the street beef stroganoff, and then Paolo's grumpy about everything. And that must have sucked really bad for Paolo, getting ready for 5 years to do this thing, and then the day before you find out it's all fucked.
Well, and what about when Paolo figures out that it's not just... It's not as simple as like, oh, you don't get to go on the mission. You're being abandoned to death.
Yeah, really.
They'll figure it out. I hate this place. They'll figure it out at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Even though these genetically augmented people don't seem all that clever.
Yeah. So he's like, we're supposed, and then he's also pissed because like they reveal they're gonna like basically say fuck these Elborians. They're gonna let them starve, and he's like, we're supposed to be one people, and if it weren't for them, we'd be dead. You know. So he's you know. And he's like, you think they'll just let us, do this? And she's like, they're pacifists. Who gives a shit, And he's like, this is fucked up. And she's like, take it up with Khan,
And it is super fucked up.
And this is Erica and Joachim. This is another example of silly, like unnecessary usage of names because it begins. Erica says, keep in mind, it's just the two of them together in a room. Erica goes, Joachim, when do you have to report back? And then Joachim says, pre-launch begins in a few hours. Erica.
I noticed that too. That was funny.
Yeah, it's like, okay, in case we forgot. They're just kind of chatting. Oh, Hassan. They're talking about Hassan going missing. They don't follow up on this.
I was confused by
I'm
that.
wondering if that's going to come back because of Ivan or something.
It must come up somehow in some capacity.
Yeah,
it stood out as a peculiar thing to say.
Yeah, they're just kind of chatting about flying the ship. He's nervous. They're going to miss each other, blah, blah, blah. She gives him like the blade. For some reason, it took her 5 years to unbend it. Yeah. And I don't even know how you perfectly unbend it to begin with and why. It's like, how would you perfectly unbend it and why would it take 5 years?
It wouldn't take 5 years. Maybe it took her that long to learn metallurgy or something like that. I could buy that.
But he does the whole, it's not goodbye, I'll see you later. And then she does the whole, you better bring this blade back, I fixed for you, you know, that kind of deal. Yeah. It's like, you have my word as Khan's champion.
And then she made a somewhat violent sexual innuendo. Maybe it wasn't meant to be a sexual innuendo.
Oh, about stabbing?
She's like, take the pointy end and just stick it in there.
Yeah.
Because I know that's a callback to a joke, but I don't know. Yeah. In this context, I don't know.
It was sexy. Right. Yeah. 8 is Khan and Delmana. This is a big old long thing. We don't have to like go too deep on, but this is like a super long thing.
Yeah, their whole back and forth. But it really boils down to I thought this it was well performed. I liked all the bits and pieces. I thought a lot of it was fairly redundant because it really just boiled down to Delmanda saying like, Khan, you still haven't fucking figured this shit out.
Yeah.
Like working together and cooperating like is a good strategy for survival. Yeah. And you think you're protecting your people, and I don't think you are because now they're all going to die.
Yeah,
you're just protecting your dog.
And like the thing is Khan was making good decisions, and Delmanda brings up like this might have been different if Marla was still alive. And Khan was making good decisions when Marla was alive because she was suggesting things to him. Now, was he following her suggestions because he was trying to please her, or was he like, oh, that's a good idea? Either way,
interesting question.
But either way, he didn't learn anything because without her, he's either unwilling or unable to make those same choices.
Her influence, whatever it was temporary, transitory.
So it's possible. It's possible that he like looked at her suggestions, was like, "That's a great idea," but he just can't seem to make his brilliant mind like come up with them himself. Yeah. So either way, it's fucked up. But Demanda's like wants to know when he made up his mind about this, and he said he knew it when Kali was born, but I thought it went back when he like beat up Ivan, and he was like, "Don't you know, Ivan? I've been fooling them this whole time." So
yeah, but Khan has a history of just saying a bunch of shit.
Yeah, right.
You know, just like whatever the current thing is that's him being perfect and following his perfect plan perfectly.
Yeah, and Demanda's like, "I thought you grew," and Khan's like, "Nope." Yeah, and then Khan's like goes on the whole like, "You thought we were gonna worship you," and then Demanda's like, "How many fucking times did I tell you that's not what we're about, man?"
Like, Jesus Christ, give it up.
Yeah, you know, and he even goes like, "Always, is it always with you?" I like that line. It goes, I'm vamping.
I'm not sure if that would be called vamping.
I don't know.
I know it's sort of fulfilling that purpose, but it's clearly not working because whatever you're looking for, you're not finding it.
Always with you.
There it is.
Well, okay.
It was worth it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%. I mean that sincerely. It was worth it.
But yeah, that was in response when he was like, why would people as gifted as you with such enormous power lower yourselves to our level? And so there's a whole bunch of like Khan not learning a damn thing since the very start. Then Delmanda does when I was talking about him talking about Delmanda being, I wish Marla were still alive. He does a callback because he talks about Khan's lack of imagination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then that's when Khan says...
Imagination's limits.
Yeah, that was...
Marla was accusing Khan of not having a good imagination.
It goes, always with you. When confronted with states of being you cannot access, humility, selflessness, grace, the imagination fails. Yeah. And then he's like, leave my wife out of this. He's getting a little pissed. So that was another callback. So there was the first callback about stabby stab, which was actually a sexual innuendo. But then there was this with that was with Erica and... Yeah. But this was a callback to a lack of imagination.
Totally was.
Khan says, have no fear for Kimura, as if that's supposed to fucking help. He's going to be well treated. You know,
it's like, don't worry, we're not going to totally strangle this motherfucker once we get out of the space system.
After all this, Khan reveals that he still doubts Delmanda's word, and then Delmanda's like, "Oh yeah, well you asked for it, buddy."
You're like, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah." And he's like, "I want to clear my conscience about telling you some shit." And then they do that mind chaos where like Delmanda reveals that all this time there was some shit going on. So what happened, according to Del Mondo, is at its heart, a generator capable of creating and destroying subatomic particles so complex that smashing them against one another releases enough power to bend space and time. But when it loses containment, as it did when we entered the system, those unthinkable energies are dispersed and propagated out of the ship's forward ports. Though the Pandem consented, we had shut down the drive to avoid the breach. We would have been stranded in the void of space, unable to seek assistance and unlikely to find it. So I'm not exactly clear what went on with this whole thing.
Yeah, I figured out what happened. It was a long way of saying, and I get it, it's a sci-fi show and they were trying to explain. There's a long way of saying that the design of their warp drive is shitty.
Yeah.
And that's what Tuvok is referencing later. Which is that something went wrong with their warp drive that resulted in a planet getting destroyed, and it was their best opportunity because they were like, oh, our shit's not working properly, but we can crash land in this system.
So they basically crash landed in the system, knowing that entering the system this way would probably blow up the planet.
May cause problems, but they didn't give a fuck because they were just like, we just want to try to survive.
Yeah, so they didn't necessarily know it was going to happen, but like them entering the system so they could be near a planet to
instead of being trapped in the void of space,
and it just happened to blow up the planet. You know,
it did take me a little bit to figure out that was what they were saying.
So yeah, so a lot of this was Del Mondo felt bad. So this is actually in part why they were helping.
This is all part of 8, right?
Yeah. So this does take some of the benevolence away from the Elborians. Like, would they have been nearly as nice if they had not felt like it was their fault? Yeah. Like at the beginning when the augments attacked them, would they have been that nice?
They certainly framed it here it's framed as one of the reasons we're trying to help you is because we feel bad that we fucked your shit up.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the big part. The after Khan like fights him, you know, Khan and Callie enters the room. Callie enters the room and she's like, Daddy, no. Khan tells Callie that him and her will go together to find help. And Khan,
is this still an 8?
Yes, it's almost done, but this is the biggest part. Khan says tomorrow to Callie, tomorrow you and I shall take the venture and leave this planet forever.
Yeah.
And Kylie's like, you mean for 6 months?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, 6 months. Yeah, you're right. Whatever it takes. Yeah. So he hesitated.
Because whoever wrote this, well, we know who wrote this, but they watched The Princess Bride. Because I immediately thought of like when Prince Humperdinck is all like, I sent all my ships. And then the princess is all like, except your 5 fastest or 6 fastest, whichever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some people will understand this reference.
So anyways, this reveals that he never had any intention to coming back to help his people. No. So Khan, the great leader who cares only for his people, was going to abandon his loyal followers. Yeah. What a piece of shit. And what a coward. This proves that this was never at any point about keeping his people safe. Or maybe it was at first, but then it got all difficult, so he didn't feel like doing it anymore. You know, all he cares about is himself.
And not only himself, but it should be pointed out that the 2 people he is rescuing, taking with him, are not full augments. And I don't know exactly what I think about that because on the one hand, it's problematic, and it's always been true with this augment storyline. It's a little problematic whenever you're suggesting that the people have some sort of inherent characteristics that are born out of their biology, because it's just not how things work, and it can lead to some like weird philosophies. On the other hand, it is true in a sort of a social constructionism situation that these people have tribal affiliation. And in this case, there's the augment tribal affiliation, and then there's these mudbloods, half-breeds, whatever you want to call them. I use those terms comedically, but also because, that's what there's people who don't like the fact that Joachim.
They pronounce it in the thing.
I don't know why. I have a block on that. Joachim. It's called out that he is not a full augment, and now we have another half human, half.
So
augment.
Khan is the only true augment, so he holds all the power, I guess.
I think that's one angle to put it. And another is that he's actually improved and been like, you know what, these full augments kind of suck. I like these 2.
Well, I mean, so Kali reminds Khan that Khan said they were one people, but like, not only did Khan lie to Del Mondo about being friends with the Elborians, like he was saying to Ivan, he lied to his own people about them being one people. Yeah. Like, he not only were the augments not one people with the Elborians, the augments weren't one people with Khan, like he said. Like, it was only about Khan and whoever suited him at the moment.
Yep.
This whole time. So he's like a total piece of shit.
Yes, he is. I think that is the main way to interpret it.
Yeah. So Yeah, and then it ends with Khan's being like, well, thanks for all the info, man. Let's be friends. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And Delmonda's like, yeah, cool. You know, I guess we'll be friends.
And most of that was theater in front of Kali.
Yeah, right. And that whole thing is
they
like
both agreed, like two parents that hate each other.
Yeah.
They agreed,
Yeah,
like,
but
let's not upset the kid.
Delmonda could have leveraged some of that situation to maybe like help his situation, but he really didn't want to make Kali sad.
Maybe he will, because
yeah, that's true.
Because Rosalind Lear is not on the planet, and Khan was still on the planet when the USS Grissom showed up.
So all that happens in 9 is Ursula is going through Marla's shit, and then Mado and Ursula start making up, kinda, you know. And then Mado's like, Khan was an asshole in the first place, so fuck him. They were talking about how only the augments are getting food. There's one line, it says, Mado says, we must stop him, and Ursula said, how? There was a time I thought that ship sailed when he banished Ivan. I guess there was a time when we could have stopped him.
Yeah.
And then Ursula says, I don't even hate him anymore. I almost pity him. Who's she saying? She doesn't hate Khan anymore? I don't remember at what point they stated that she did hate Khan.
Well, there was that whole thing with her and Ivan.
Well, she did hate Ivan.
No,
you're talking about the conversation she was having
where Ivan was trying to get Ursula to like join in a mutiny, and she was like, dude, I don't disagree with you about Khan, but fuck you. I'm not gonna join that mutiny.
So she thought they right. So I guess she thought that they could have stopped him before Ivan's banishment, but for some reason after Ivan's banishment, I guess Ivan could have been the driving force of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ursula and Mado kind of make up, and then someone walks in, so Ursula ends the call in that way when you pretend you weren't having an intimate call, and she assumes it's Paolo.
Yeah.
But it's not Paolo. It's Ivan.
Ivan?
Good yodeling. There was some good yodeling in this.
was. Cliffhanger.
And then the end is the Lear and Sulu thing.
Which was interesting. She apologized to Sulu.
Yeah.
Which I think was part truth, but also part tactic in some ways. Because as we know, Lear beams down to Ceti Alpha 5.
Right.
And we don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know. But Tuvok knows. He knows if there's no ship, that means that something.
Yeah.
We don't know what, but he knows.
Means that somebody got off the planet.
Somebody got off the planet, yeah. And they end. Oh, what were you going to say?
You go ahead, sir.
Oh, well, I was just going to say then after that, they end it with this yodel. Some good yodels.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was some good ones.
No, I was just going to say the title of the next episode that we'll be discussing and the finale of this podcast special, which we'll see by next week our final conclusion. But so far I've enjoyed it. But the title of next week's episode is Eternity's Face.
Yes.
And you were going to do duty or no duty.
Yeah, I was also going to do condom lines, but we don't have to do them. But there's one in particular I want to do.
Yeah.
When Khan discovers the truth about how Ceti Alpha 6 exploded, Khan says, you chose the system. You wish to land on Ceti Alpha 5 to make repairs. This is to Delmonda. Delmonda says, a sin for which I and my people have atoned daily ever since. And Khan says, it was not fate. It was not eternity's design. It was you who destroyed my world. So when Khan makes a decision that is meant to involve a bunch of people dying, like when he led the augments into battle for the first time against the Elborians, that was fate. That was fate. Yeah. But when Delmonda does it, it's just Delmonda being an asshole, right?
Finding somebody else to blame,
right? So
whether it is fate or the aliens.
So when Khan does it, it's fate. When it's someone else, it means they suck. And then and also Khan, the one who seems to claim that, remember when he was claiming that religion and ritual is all lame and stuff? Yeah. He still managed to refer to eternity's design and fate as if that was like a real thing. Yeah. That's just another way of saying God.
Yeah. So I 100% agree. And one unfortunate thing here is that there's a lot of actually really interesting stuff that they touch on that we know they can't go into super detail about just because of the format of the show.
Yeah.
If this was a more longer running season, they could like maybe come back to some of these things. But yes, that was Khan being dumb.
Yeah.
Duty or no duty?
Yes.
Because we had one.
One duty or no duty.
Haven't been a lot.
Ensign Tuvok, I don't think your duty shift starts for another 6 hours.
It does not.
Your duty.
All right. I think we're gonna make you happy here, Dan.
Okay.
I think that's A duty.
I think that's a duty.
That's very duty. It's not. There's not this hard T there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jesse? I agree. I think it's a duty.
Oh, so it is a duty.
Yeah, it sounds like Jamie Heineman on.
I agree. I don't know.
Okay. Anything else? Or shall we wrap things up here?
There was the part where Delmonda said, Khan says, "Have no fear for Kamuro. He will be treated as well as long as he follows my orders." Delmonda says, "And the rest of our people will die here." And then Khan says, "All men dies. It matters not where, only what they do before that moment comes. When I left Earth, my path was clear." So it's pretty convenient that his path was the one that allowed him to run away and live with his daughter while everyone else starved.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like that's convenient. It's like my path lets me live. Everyone dies at some point. So just be strong and take it like you're supposed to, you know? It just so happens that you die tomorrow and I choose to live forever at the expense of your life.
He does a lot of trying to justify stuff, but he's been getting pretty close to justify, like some people being like, how can you justify this? It's like, oh, because like I get to live?
Yeah.
And like my daughter and my buddy?
But does he really think people...
It's like, that's justification enough.
And he's dumb because does he really think people are buying this bullshit?
I don't know, because they're clearly not all. We know from Ursula and some other people that they're not all buying it.
And the last thing I want to mention is when he said he never lied to Delmonda about his intentions, he just never revealed them or corrected Delmonda on them. Like, everyone knows what a lie of omission is.
Exactly. I said that earlier. It's like, he's just being deceitful. It's deceptive. That's what being lying is.
Yeah.
He's being very lawyerly and it's silly. Okay. So next week we will talk about and discuss Eternity's Face.
Yay!
The series finale, probably the finale of this business. Look forward to that. Finding out what happens, what concludes here before the events of Star Trek II. So don't forget to go to the website www.isgotstartrek.com.
By the way, not very many positive sounds in this episode. I noticed that usually I have lots of positive things, like on like the I'm happy, I'm good, you're good, it's good. It's the happiest one for it was
It was not a natural occurrence and not an accident.
That's the closest thing to a positive I could find for it. Meaning like the worst was
oh no.
Yeah, so and then it's like,
oh, damn it.
This will not do. Things fall apart.
You gotta create like a AI or something. I don't know, something to analyze all the episodes or not the episodes, but like your directories that have all these things to do. There's some statistics.
Yeah.
On the sound.
So it says something if
it was not a natural occurrence and not an accident.
If that's the most positive thing that I could find for like not me, not you, not they, but the it reference.
It's a grim episode.
Yeah.
A grim episode.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully next week maybe I was about to say hopefully it will be less grim, but that's unlikely because it is going to be the finale of a crazy story. All right. So yes, website, feedback at isgotstartrek.com. Send in your guesses for www.hhbbt. Facebook, YouTube. What else do we have? Oh yeah, at It's Got Star Trek on a bunch of different social medias and patreon.com/It's Got Star Trek. I think that about covers it. So we will talk to you again this time next week. Goodbye.
Let us part as friends.
Good night, Daddy.
Are we done here?
We are out.
I am sorry, my love, but there can be no stories tonight.
But, Daddy!
You must close your eyes and fall asleep immediately. Because tomorrow...
we launch the Good Ship Venture.
It's still not too late to change the name.
I chose that name because the great William Shakespeare based many of his shipwrecks, including my favorite, As I Like It.
As you like it.
That's what I said. On the sinking of the Sea Venture in 1609 off the coast of Bermuda.
Very good. But that play was written in 1599. He based the shipwreck in The Tempest on the loss of the Sea Venture.
It's called poetic license, Daddy.